So why I think art therapy would help in public schools and also brain health. Students need to study about relationships in their lives and also what keeps their brain healthy. And just open up discussions in classrooms about it. And I bet you'll get some information that you may need to know about that student or that family that could possibly help the community. Just getting used to talking about things that maybe the student doesn't realize that could be a problem or could be good, something good that the family does. But we absolutely need to start studying psychology that way, and also chemistry, like if it's a chemical problem. But it happens, and it happens all the time, and people get divorced, or people get killed, or animals get abused. And public school is the best place for that to happen because we get the most access to the most people. I can't exactly say how to do it, but definitely every year have a chapter about brain health and talk about how important it is and what we can do to get help, or talk about what's working or problems overcome. And of course, little kids in preschool can start that talk too about emotions and how certain actions make a child feel. We did that a lot in preschool. When a child is having a hard time in preschool, I think what we do is we go sit with them. Don't go and put them on their own. They're not being punished. We're trying to redirect them and find out what the problem is. As for art therapy, why every school should have one is because an art therapist she or he will stay busy. They can go in classrooms and do classroom activities to connect people with themselves, to discuss problems, and learn to be more open. It's okay. It's okay that you feel that. You kicked your dog. Your dad kicked your cat. Woo, what can we do about this? How did that make you feel? And you can troubleshoot and try to find solutions in art therapy in classrooms or, small groups. And then, of course, if a kid's really having a hard time and they're going to get suspended for something, instead of suspending them, you send them to the art therapy room and get them, let them spend like a week there working on what's bothering them or what's going on, because there's no bad kids. There's parents that have tough times. There's, you don't know what I had a stranger pull up beside me and show me his penis when I was 12. It made me feel terrible, and I didn't talk to anybody about it. So we need to open up the doors of communication and stop trying to hide problems. Like my family doesn't know any different because they've never delved into it. They don't know that it could be better. They just don't know because they've never tried. And, it's hard to pull them out of Plato's cave, and I may never get to. And in fact, I worry some about my dad, of me talking the truth, that he's going to shoot himself. But I think he lives in enough delusion, and he's a little pompous about a lot of stuff. And he's had to live his whole life that way because of his disorder, his bipolar disorder, and things he could never accomplish for the family that he was expected to do, which is like make a living and support a family like his dad did. And he couldn't do it. And then along comes his brother, who can't do it either because he's got renal illness. And then HV comes along, and she has bipolar too. And so she doesn't have kids, and she's a horse, and she never makes money. So there's a whole in my family, I guess, what feels like failure. And I don't think it's due to their being stupid or mean, even though when they're sick, they're mean. I have to think that they're, like Churchill, he had bipolar too. Hemingway killed himself. Beethoven was a terrible raging alcoholic. Van Gogh killed himself. But this is a brighter day, and that's why we need to start talking about it. I can't do a regimen. That's up to the trained professionals and the people that write the books or the pamphlets that these kids study and talk about how to direct that information and how to talk about it that'll be helpful. And I think if it's handled in STEM with the science teacher, I'm pretty sure she should get some certification about doing some of that work. This would be an extra thing they'd have to get certified in, to do a little bit of philosophy of mental health and what to do and how not to be scared, and how other people in the community and the families can support someone so they don't end up homeless or addicted to drugs and alcohol. And I really think we could turn a page and just have a better United States of America. And I love Bill Gates, but I think we really have some really tough issues that we need to focus on before we can help the other parts of the world as much as we would like. But we have to get well as a nation. Thank you.